Hey everybody, today we're going to go over the KH25D and the KH25D-2. It's been a little bit since you guys seen us. It's a little bit cold here if you can't tell. We got a balmy 8 degrees today and it's been snowing, so we are not going to have as much content going out right now, but since it's a little bit of a lead time for some of the models, we wanted to get these out to you. The KH25D is this one. The KH25D-2 is this one. So the -2 is 0 tail swing. This one is minimal tail swing. It's still partial rear engine. They're going to be 2-speed side swing and expandable track as a standard in this model. So if you are looking at the ZH25D, ZH25D-2 and the 30s and so forth, you are optioning them with that. And some of you aren't, but this one is going to be standard like that. That way the folks that are just looking for that 2-ton unit already have everything in that series instead of having to option it if they want to get a 2-ton unit. We're going to do 2 videos separate. We're going to have them that we can compare them, but we're going to do the the KH25D right now. So this one's running a 16 horsepower Yanmar, comes in at 4,200 pounds. You got 11-foot 4-inch max reach. You are 7 foot 6 inches high. Your expandable tracks, when it's in, is at 38 inches. When it's all the way out, you're at 52 inches. So if you're looking for a machine that can still get through a 40-inch back gate, then you could still get into this 25 and still get through a 40-inch opening gate. Obviously, your rough openings for a 36-inch door at 38 1/4, so that would be extremely tight. That's where you might want to consider the 0 tail swing, because the body lines are also a little bit smaller. They're going to both come into that 38 to 52. This one's going to run a 230 by 48 by 72 track, the same as that. And that is going to be the same as your Bobcat E20s. So your Bobcat E20s, which are a roughly 2-ton unit, I think they're 4,500 pounds, are going to run that same track. So as far as dimensions, as far as comparability, they should be very comparable, that they're running the same track size, roughly the same weight. We're running roughly the same boom. It's got an upper boom. It's going to have side swing, hydraulic joysticks, and you guys can kind of put your eyes on the rest. But we're going to do some videos here of this one, and then we're going to do some videos on that one separately. That way the folks that are just looking at the straight 25, they don't got to watch the full video of the whole run. The same with the -2. So it's, like I said, it's cold today, so I'm just going to do a pretty basic video showing it running, driving, and so on. And again, this is a unit made by Carter. I don't lie to you guys. I tell everybody where stuff's coming from, why it's different, and so on. Carter makes a good unit out of the gate. I'm going to be straight with you. They do very well, and that was one of the reasons we were very happy to add a line with them. So I'm going to run this one around and see what you guys think. Glow plugs to the left. We're going to give it some heat. It was running here probably half an hour ago, but just to make sure it doesn't have a cold start because it's 8 degrees out. Standard speed, 2-speed, you can see the N-gauge. And it still has enough horsepower, enough hydraulic capability that it'll turn in 2-speed. So don't let the horsepower fool you. When you look at a machine and a Deere and so on, they're running about the same horsepower. So that was all in 2-speed. You can see it twisting and turning as far as lifting itself up. 16-inch bucket. With the side cutter, it's going to make you about an 18-inch trench. So there you go. We're nice and easy, nice and smooth. It's not jerky. Side swings nice and smooth. And then for the foot pedals, you got your thumb. And then you got your side swing. So my fingers are freezing. I'm gonna kind of cut this one a little bit short. We want to get the other one in yet. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. We're always happy to talk with you guys. Like I said, right there gives you an idea of the hydraulic capability of it. I'm turning each direction, plus running the turntable. There you go, nice simple video for you guys today. As you can see, it's easy on, easy off. That's the beauty of having a unit that does have a little bit of tail swing. You have a little bit more cabin area. So the folks that are a little bit bigger might want to consider this unit. And even the zero tail swing, once you're in it, it isn't bad. It's just getting in it and making sure that you have enough room once you get in and out. All right, guys, we're going to continue our walk around just to show you a little bit of a close-up of this unit. So you have your wings for your expandable track with double pins. So again, 38 to 52. You got a 230 by 48 by 72 track. That gets you the same track as a Bobcat. You got nice entry room. You got you got pedals for your drives, and you got pedals for your side swing and your auxiliaries. You got armrests and a flip down console. And then a heavy duty blade or a heavy duty thumb. Your engine's gonna run a Yanmar 3TNV74. And everything's accessible. So when you look at this engine, your engine bay, your fuel filters, and everything is nice and accessible. The nice part, again, about having some partial tail swing is you have a little bit more room. When you come over to the side, you got your fuel fill station on the side here, and then you got an LCD display. So again, a nice unit for the money. You got 2-speed drives, and everybody that looks at these drives, a big comment that I see in the Chinese excavator forums and so on is having an exposed drive, and why some of them are exposed and why some of them are centered and why some of them have shields and so on. So with a single speed, the drive motor is setting on the back and you just have a spindle and a drive sprocket. Compared to this one, it has gear oil and everything that runs through it, and the drive motor is centered in that motor so that the sprocket is centered on that motor. So that's why you look like, I mean, you got shields and stuff, but you have a smaller tail that your drive motor is not sticking way out. And that's why some of these look different, because if you have a single speed unit, you have the drive sticking out the back, and then that's where your hoses connect, and then the spindle's the only thing rotating compared to a 2-speed. So your 2-speed, that is the unit that's gonna have gear oil that you're gonna have to check. It's got a level mark and a fill mark. Your standard speeds are just going to be ran off the hydraulics. You're not going to have any fluid that you have to check and maintain, like gear oil, like the rear differential of a truck. Make sure you're greasing all your grease points. You got 2 to 3 grease fittings on the front of your machines or the side of your machine, depending if it's a small unit or big unit. And this one is right here. And what they're doing is running around a tube back to your slew gear, and it's going to grease your slew gear, and you're going to be greasing the back of your side swing motor, your side swing cylinder, or you're going to be greasing your guide gear, your slew gear, and your side swing. So again, it's 2 or 3, and that's the differences from one to the other. If you guys want to take a look at this one, we're going to have it kind of split between 2 videos, and it's going to be a little bit of a lead time for these. Again, Carter's a good company. They are a little bit out in their builds right now. I think we have 6 of each ordered. So if you guys have special colors and stuff that you want to get in the machine before spring, give us a ring now. That way we can get those orders started and get everything filled in. If you guys have any questions, give us a call, 570-837-1003. The other landline is 570-837-1016. It's a nice 4,200-pound unit, and if you guys are looking for that 2-ton unit, it's going to be a good contender. That ZH25D-2 and these units here, I think, are going to be good contenders in that 2-ton series. And it's going to be a 25. Again, This is the only time our numbers are getting a little bit messed up because it's got a 16 horsepower Yanmar into it, mostly because of space into that model. It doesn't have enough space to get a much larger engine in it and the components and so on. Plus, Carter, I got to give them, you know, credit where they want to, for what they do. They have the feedback on the Yanmar. Saney uses Yanmar. Deere uses Yanmar. And they already know their machine. So that was something that, even though I did request a Kubota, they did talk me into staying with this Yanmar and this machine just because of they know the machine and they have the feedback of the machine. So Yanmars are run by a lot of brands. If you guys aren't familiar with them, look them up. Your Deeres and your Takeuchis and a lot of brands are going to run that Yanmar engine. If you guys have any questions at all, give us a holler. We're happy to answer your questions. If you miss us, leave us a message. We'll give you a ring back. And we're going to continue into the Dash 2 here in a minute. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll see you later. Thank you.